Growing up at the club, I learned how to celebrate other people, who they are, for who they want to be.
When somebody cares for you, you realize that somebody cares for you, you really try your hardest to give them a reason to care for you.
If you have the right people around you, people who want you to succeed more than they want to succeed, then that's real.
For 75 years, it's always been about our values, and it's about making sure that kids are coming out responsible, caring citizens, and they had somewhere they could go.
I grew up in Africa. I didn't have education because they didn't have school where I lived in the refugee camp. A lot of kids were throwing rocks at me and my twin sister and calling us witches because we were twins. And I had to watch kids my age dying in the market cell from the gunshot. I had to face those terrible nightmares. Coming into United States, I was getting bullied almost every day in the elementary that I went to. Coming to the club was the amazing part of my life. The staff was very welcoming. I started being close to the staff member, telling them what the other kids were doing to me. They built a big strength in my life. I started knowing a way to stand up for myself. And the more I attend the Boys and Girls Club, the better I am living life and accepting positive.
I think it's just important in life to have people cheering you on and pushing you to do the good things, but then also pick you up when that might not be so positive. When you have one adult who's there cheering for you, that makes you feel powerful and it makes you want to try, want to succeed. And then you know if you don't succeed, you still have that person behind you.
This place truly makes a difference in kids' lives. I've seen it across so many different spectrums. 9 times out of 10, the kids who are struggling to do their homework, it's because they have stuff going on in their lives, or just needs aren't being met. They have stuff going on in their lives, their focus is in school. That part has to come before the schoolwork does.
There was a point, actually, that I was homeless and ended up staying in a tent the next few months while going through school. The club was here supporting me every step of the way. The Boys and Girls Club, I think, is the first place that made me feel like I was their priority. Every staff member can find something within the kid and make them see that there's more to them. Dottie kept on me, college should be great for you, you have all this potential. She would help me with homework and I came to trust her. So it's like, yeah, let's look into this whole continuing education beyond high school. I went from somebody who wasn't motivated in life to somebody who's fully motivated.
Our goal is to serve kids in really deep ways. We've identified education as the single most powerful tool to break the cycle of poverty. We right now have 32 kids who are studying on college campuses. This is work that is accomplished over a period of time. It does not happen overnight, but investing in the life of a child and guiding them to their own great future is one of the best investments that can possibly be made.
The Boys and Girls Club helped me on my path. I became an officer in the National Guard, so now I'm a fully qualified communications officer. I'm gonna go back to school for my master's. A school psychologist is something I was looking into. I wanna work with kids to inspire them, to get them on a path that's right. Being able to connect with those kids, change the way they act, to help them understand themselves and watching them succeed.
Working at Boys and Girls Club has been a big thing in my life. I learned how to give back to my community, and I learned how to give back to the kids who goes through terrible things in their life. The Boys and Girls Club gave me so much bigger success because I got the Youth of the Year in Montpelier. Becoming Youth of the Year of Vermont has been my biggest honor. I got a chance to compete against other candidates and I got a chance to be their friends. Hearing their struggle, I realized that a lot of people are going through struggle. We gotta treat each other like sisters and brothers because we are human.
Coming to the club was a big part of my life, and it's a big part of why I was able to make so many relationships. Every day we'd come here and we would want to play basketball. That's how I really became good friends with some of my best friends today, playing basketball or even soccer at the club. It helped me get my skills up too. I'm nice at basketball. I'm nice. The club was a place for me and my other friends to just come and stay out of trouble. If you don't have a place to go or an adult to talk to about things, you're just gonna go out and you're gonna meet somebody that is also like you, causing trouble, and you're gonna meet more people who are like that, more people, and then that's all you're gonna know. You can really change a kid's life once they walk through the doors, because then they're just seeing something completely different from what they're used to.
The kids who keep a connection here throughout high school turn out really well. All of our kids know that there's opportunity for you out there. Every kid can have a future after high school. People will come in and they say, this place changed my life.
Jack with the Smart Guys group was a good role model for us, and he was a person we could go to if we ever needed to talk about something. Smart Guys was learning how to communicate with people. We also had fun activities like the first Boys and Girls Club sleepover, and that was the last too. When you're a kid, coming to the club, it lets you escape from everything that's going on at home or outside. That's why I really like the Smart Guys group, because you're a kid, but they try and teach you how to handle situations. Like if things aren't going right at home, if you grow up in that environment where you have to overcome horrible things that kids should never have to go through in the first place, and if you get put in the right hands, nobody would even have to teach you how to overcome anything else, because it's natural. You just know how to do it.
The club has had a huge impact on the community. Like, we are getting to know the families, the community, and the kids specifically. They are really great kids. Some of them come from really extreme backgrounds. To have a place where they can come and feel wanted, to have anybody who it might be struggling to come over to a place and feel wanted, I think that just has such a huge ripple effect within the community that if it wasn't here, I think there would be a lot more crime, that there would be a lot of kids dropping out of high school. And I think because of the Boys and Girls Club being here, it has had a huge positive effect on this community alone.
When I started looking at the positive side through the Boys Girls Club, I started realizing that I have missed like a lot in life. When I walked into these doors, I began not running away from people. I started being the good person I am. Be strong no matter what, and don't let anyone tells you who you are. I always tell myself, life changes with time, just like the weather. Where you have been rejected, you could soon be celebrated.